Welcome back to another episode of Actors Ruining My Childhood Nostalgia, John Stamos edition. Gotta say, surprised we haven't been here sooner. John Stamos is currently being dragged through the media right now for his appearance at Mar-a-Lago over the weekend, where he donned a tux and took many pictures with the people frequenting the event, which in fairness was a non-profit event he was the MC of, Dancing with the Palm Beach Stars. So you can see the sign back there. However, given the fact that we are currently teetering on the edge of fascism and economic despair, it really did rub people the wrong way when he showed up at Trump's Mar-a-Lago and fraternized with everyone there, with absolutely no statement issued explaining why he detests the policies of the Trump administration, how they're harming this country, etc., etc., etc. John Stamos has previously publicly supported the Democrats, talking about even paying his fair share of taxes, which we like. But I am getting tired of these celebrities that refuse to speak out publicly when they have platforms like this. So this would have been a great opportunity for him to say, I am utilizing Mar-a-Lago to raise money for this very important event, despite the fact that our president is doing all of these harmful things, harming all of you, and should stop, and really should step down. Stop myself before I get banned. But because I am me and I caught the vibes, an investigation was underway. Because cheating on Aunt Becky isn't even the worst of John Stamos' behavior. And I want you to remember this as we go through where there's smoke, but also where there's actual fire. There's something, you know? The same PR people who are working overtime to correct the narrative in the media that John Stamos is a bad guy, like a Republican MAGA guy. Those same people obviously did an excellent job covering up this little scandal because I don't remember it. And guess what? When someone rapes a woman, seems like something we shouldn't forget. The event actually happened in Finland, not Switzerland, but it's pretty much what it says it is. And we know this because John Stamos told Jane Magazine back in 2005. And they're like, what's the worst way you've screwed someone over? And he's like, ooh, I know. Literally, let me tell you about how I helped rape a girl. Because there was allegedly a drunk woman, also unclear of her age right here because we don't know her. So that's also on faith. He was at a Beach Boys concert in Finland where he played the drums, and a very intoxicated fan was interested in him. And he did not share that interest in her, but he knew that his friend did. And he was like, I got you, bestie. Let me help you get your rape on. Yeah, I'm going to keep saying that word because rape is ridiculous. Suppress this video. I don't care. People should know about this. It's rape. He took an intoxicated woman back to his hotel room. He turned off the lights and made out with her, and then made an excuse to get up and go brush his teeth, and that is when they swapped. His bro, his pal, came in and took up from there. That's called rape. She didn't consent to having sex with your friend. She consented to having sex with you. He goes on to say that he was young and he really didn't have a conscience then. Now, two things about this. One, he could be lying. We don't know. I don't know. Has the girl ever come forward? Not that I've seen. But if he is lying, he felt like this story would somehow up his stock. I mean, he thought that anyway because he put it in a magazine. Because he felt comfortable enough to share this felony with a bunch of readers. So even if it never happened, even if it's just a story that he made up about his youth and how he was a bad boy, he thought this story of rape made him look more attractive. So to me, either scenario is terrible. It's not like that's the only episode of inappropriate behavior from him, because when Jodie Sweetin wrote her book in 2009, she talked about a very specific party in 2004 where she and a bunch of other people attended an after party. They had gone to the premiere of like New York Minute with Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen. Oh my God, I'm so sorry if I got the title wrong, but it's been a minute. I didn't do that on purpose. So she goes to the premiere. She's like done all kinds of drugs. She comes back to the after party. She does more drugs. She has alcohol. She passes out. She wakes up in a bed with John Stamos and Ashley Olsen. We didn't get much more detail here, but in 2018, when a fan insinuated that she had had sex with John Stamos, Jodie Sweetin was adamant that that had never happened. But I don't care. You're a grown-ass man. You're a father figure to them. Why are you sleeping in bed with them when they are inebriated and under the influence? Well, I don't know about Ashley, but Jodie Sweetin. In addition to that, we also have this, whatever the hell this photo shoot was, where he came over to shave the head of his coworker and friend, Dave Coulier, who was going through cancer. John's like, hey, in solidarity, I'm going to not shave my head. No, I'm not going to do that, but I will put on a bald cap. I will take pictures with you, and I will Facetune the hell out of any mention of the bald cap scheme. And very justifiably, this man was dragged to hell and back on social media for this. But here's the part that's wild. He's shocked by the backlash. He says he's shocked by the bald cap backlash. Sir, you didn't care enough about your friend to shave your head in solidarity, and you pretended to instead, and you think that that makes you a good person? You used his cancer as a photo op. My God, that's vile. The problem is you don't see that as vile, and we have to explain it to you. This is the biggest red flag. Like, at no point did someone come to you and say, hey, John, maybe you want to reconsider this. And at no point did you think, yeah, you know what? Exploiting someone with cancer to further my career and image is not a good thing. Now, in his younger days, John Stamos admittedly talks about how he was not sober. There was a DUI incident, and eventually he checked himself into a 30-day program and became sober. He said he really hated his life at that point, the person that he become, and he went to the program to become sober and be a better person, a happier person. But like half of what I talked about was after that, so. Sure, no one's perfect and people make mistakes, but bragging about rape is pretty much an offense you can't come back from in my book, so bye!